Hi, I'm Eva.
And I'm Morgan. And we're here to talk today about a question we get asked a lot.
A lot.
What is an inspiration?
Yeah, so an inspiration can have a lot of different meanings in the SCA.
Historically, it has been someone who helps a fighter out, who kind of supports a fighter from the outside. I think throwing back to actual history, which is when a lady would give their knight a favor and that would inspire that knight to fight better.
Mhm.
And historically in the SCA, it started with the fighting, but it doesn't have to be about fighting anymore. Um, so, an inspiration is Aoife is my inspiration. An inspiration is simply someone who pushes you to do better at what your chosen path is.
And Morgan's also my inspiration. And so we have this way that we're able to support each other and to know kind of, so like when you're fighting, I know like there's things that you might forget, like your
Water
water
bottle.
bottle and stuff like that, that I can make sure that I help with and, support you in that way. And reminding you to like, yeah, go talk to people and do all those kind of things and not
Right.
get so far into your fight. And when I'm doing my service on my service path, you remind me to like get out of my own head and
Mm-hmm.
to not volunteer too much and to do all those kind of things.
Right. And for me, anyway, the real benefit of having an inspiration is it's someone that you can talk to and get support for or from in the things that you're doing.
Mhm.
They can that um, she encourages me to do better, but also, so okay. I think it's also important to
Mhm.
know the inspirations don't have to be romantic.
No.
Eve and I are just friends, both of us happily married
Mhm.
to other people.
Yep.
Um, for me, my wife doesn't play, so it's hard for her to help push me forward in the SCA because she doesn't have a good idea of what's going on in the SCA, at least not as good of an idea as Eva does.
And my husband does play, and his inspiration is actually another fighter. So that they're able to help each other in a way in fighting that not able to help because I don't understand that world in the same way. And when I became your inspiration, you already had that fundamental
Mhm.
understanding down, and you just, there's other things that I could help with.
Right. Yeah, and it's also nice for the two of us and for her husband's inspiration and vice versa, that they have someone else that they can talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Because oftentimes, especially when you're serious about, by the way, you only really need an inspiration when you're serious about following a particular path in the SCA.
Yeah.
So, um, where was I going with that?
That it's really nice actually,
Oh,
because then I can, so not only do I get to bounce ideas off of Morgan and support from Morgan, but I also get support from my husband and bounce ideas that way too. And then if something happens in the SCA, I can talk to my husband about things, or if, I got frustrated or you got frustrated, you can talk to your wife, I can
mhm.
talk to my husband, and then we're able to maintain our friendship kind of in that way.
um, let's see. I think is that oh
So
right.
there's you. So it doesn't have to. Your inspiration does not have to be a different gender than you. There are a lot of times a person would take a sibling as their inspiration. You can have an inspiration that is there. Sometimes that a parent will have an inspiration as their child. A child might take their inspiration as their parent. It's really somebody that pushes you to be better.
And inspirations don't have to be permanent either.
Hmm.
The only time that you really have to have an inspiration is in most tournaments, fighting tournaments. Then you're supposed to have an inspiration, and that person can change at a given event
Yeah.
if you want it to. And that person doesn't even have to be present. For a long time, my wife and my kids were my inspiration, and they were never there. So it was just, remembering that there's people that I'm doing this for that help me be better.
Hmm. And if you're at an event and you need an inspiration because you're getting ready to go into a tournament, you can ask another fighter to be your inspiration. You can be inspired by even the marshals that are helping with the tournament. It can be anybody. It's just allowing you to know that you are fighting for a reason to fight
Yeah.
to be better.
And as in everything in life, consent.
Yes.
I always ask consent first, because it's
Yeah.
weird to suddenly be thrown out there as somebody's inspiration if you weren't expecting it.
Yeah. So
Okay, I think hopefully that answers it.
I think so.
Yeah, hopefully that helps, and we'll see you out there.